Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So this is me redoing this video for the second time. I prepped for like 4 hours, a couple hours yesterday, a couple hours this morning, and then it still went wrong. So let's try it again. I'm not going to give up on this. So I am currently recording my videos for October 2023's Monday series, the third Monday, video number 3. This is part 2, as I already did one shaker card. In fact, I can show you that one, but I wanted to show you, these were cute, and I have a giveaway I was doing for those. So, but I wanted to show you something else that you could use very quickly for a shaker card. My board's a little messed up. So this is part 2. This was going to be a 3-card series. It is now a 3-card video. I am tongue-tied, but now it's 2 because I had issues and I had to figure it out. So I did one of the cards already, and I'm going to show you and walk you through what I did. But let me show you what we're using. So I'm using, of course, for the month of October, the Winter Meadow Suite, and that consists of this beautiful sheer ribbon. We're using some of that on this card. The Magical Meadow stamp set and the coordinating dies. All right, and then I'm moving that stuff aside. They came with 2 DSPs. Now, rarely do I buy an entire suite just because for the price, I usually choose to get bundles and then little bits here and there for the money that I can spend. But this is called Snowflake Magic, which we are using some of this. And we are using this particular DSP on this card. The second one, we are using this one. The first one, the one we're using this deer one on the first card that I had to do. And it's just going to serve as my sample. You will need to do this type of a shaker card. You will need some clear envelope. If you're wondering what that number is, it's 102619. So let me show you the first card. This, you can pack lots of goodies in this. I put lots of shaker bits in it. I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I'm going to have the measurements on how I made this particular card. Let me give those to you before we move on to the card we are going to make together. So I need this because I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So what I used was the clear envelope. A card base was 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and this was just black. Okay, and then I did 3 pieces. They're about 2 inches long, which was a little longer than necessary, of this gingham ribbon that's in the annual catalog, which I had. And I just made 3 little pieces around a piece of DSP for that. So I had this bit of gray granite, and to die cut that, it's 1.5 by 3 inches. 3 of these ribbon snowflakes that I had. And I'm going to be giving away some of this and some of this. Not that, because that's not anything I'm using in the video, but there's some other bits. Okay, so the craft piece here, let me get this one out to show you. All right, ta-da! This is it. Craft was 4 by 5 1/4, used with the 3 1/4 inch scallop circle die. Now I'm going to show you why I'm using this. I purposely die cut this out in this position so that I could use this bit on a card, and that is where I got these for my card. I used them from here, so I saved these. I didn't cut them down. I purposely cut it out because I knew I could use this on a card, and that's what this card is all about, using this piece. So that's my craft piece. My white for the inside is 3 3/4 by 5, and I just used, where's the stamp set? I just used this little mountained one and stamped 1, 2, and 3 along the inside. And then I used the large mountain one, which I didn't hold it down long enough. The colder weather gives us together. Winter wishes on the piece of DSP and made the sparkle of the season. And winter wishes again. So the white piece, the Winter Meadow DSP for right here, I just needed a piece big enough to see through my window. And so I cut it at, where is it? 3 7/8 by 4, because I didn't want you to see it around the outside. The 7/8 by 3 7/16 is a piece off at the top where there really wasn't any print. Perfect to stamp. My sentiment, I had a 1 by 6 inch scrap of black. That was just because that was a piece. And I thought, wouldn't that be fun to just do it on top like a belly band? And I just secured it around the back of the envelope before I glued the envelope down to the card base. And I think that is really a fun little element. I'm not doing that on the next one, but just so you can see, you can get your whole hand down in there. And this is just, I use glue dots behind each one of those. So in 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, that is actually this, you can't see it, but it's a piece behind the craft inside the envelope. So that is my sample. Let's go on to the card we are going to make. Let me go over with you these little bit different. So that craft piece, where is that? 4 by 5 1/4 used with the 3 1/4 inch scallop circle die. That's that piece. Our card base for this one is Lost Lagoon 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. We still need our clear envelope. That's that piece. The Winter Meadow DSP right here is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I have the inside is 3 3/4 by 5 with a 1/2 inch strip that measures a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 for the inside of our card. Now I have a 6 inch piece of that beautiful sheer ribbon. I also made a bow with my bow maker. Then of this snowflake season, this was a little scrap piece this big, and I fussy cut these snowflakes out. These little bits here. I just fussy cut them out to use on the front of this card. They're going to be great. And I did have 3 of these. Going to have to cut an extra one. So maybe not. No, because I have the bow. I think that will work. So I'm going to go over the measurements for card number 2 now. Not counting my sample of what we're going to need. So let's get started. So we're going to work on our envelope first and our inside piece. We're going to do those pieces first. And hopefully this is, and for this card, giving you a sneak peek at what I'm going to be using in November. I'm going to concentrate on the sparkling snowflakes and the punch that coordinates because I bought the bundle. I really like this. These do not have dies, everybody, but these are really easy to fussy cut, as you saw me cutting out the specialty paper. But we're just using the medium and the small detailed snowflakes for this card. Unstick them. And we're going to have to do the squishy thingy just because I haven't used them yet. It took me 25 minutes to find my stamp set. I couldn't find it. I had stuck it in a really great safe place. So smushy, just because they're polymer, they might have a little bit of a coating on them. We're going to use the same sentiments I've been using this entire month. So, and we're going to use Lost Lagoon for those. So we're going to start with May this season of sparkle. You know what? No, we're going to use this on the inside. I do want this on the inside. I was going to change it. This is, there we go. Really simple stuff. So I'm going to start with this large snowflake. Do I want it? I want it stamped off. So I'm going to stamp off, stamp up here. See how faint that is? That's what I want. Really, really faint snowflakes. Stamp off, and I'm going to stamp even onto that right there. I'm just adding a little hint of it. And I think, oh, do I get the large one out? I could put a large one in the center. No, we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it simple. So that is done. Now our envelope. Now this will be full strength. We are going to do the colder weather brings us together on the flap. If you open it up with the front here, it'll be in the right hand corner. If you turn it around this way, it'll be in the left, but I tend to stamp my envelopes like this. And we want this snowflake, and we're gonna, I think, stamp off because we just want a hint of it. Oh, I do like how light that is. And we're gonna do a hint there. You can barely see it, but I love that. And then this is the medium one still. We're going to stamp off and stamp in the corner. Just faint. Yes, it's barely seeable because of the cardstock. And then we're going to go another one and another one. But that's what I want, really faint. And we're going to stamp Winter Wishes on top, full strength. That's why it needed to be so light. So I'm not sure if you can see, but it is ever just like a little dusting of the snowflake. So those are done, and we still need our ink. We don't need our snowflakes anymore, so I'm going to set those down there. Give that a little smushy off. This one we are going to be using in a minute. So let's get, here's this piece and this piece. So I wanted it this way so you see that border. This is the same way I did the black monochromatic card, except for the difference is this is acting as my black and my DSP. So I'm getting it all in one piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and add my glue all the way around my card. Now for this, because I'm putting all those lovely shaker bits in it, I want to make sure I get glue all the way around the oval, because I don't want any of those bits getting down behind this circle. I don't want them falling behind into between this and the DSP. All right, a little too much. There we have it. Now we're going to stamp the colder weather brings us together, and I'm going to put that front and center on the inside of the card. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm very, very happy with this. So now this piece here, guys, is going into our envelope. The clear envelope. Okay. Now there is going to be roughly a 1/4 inch here that we're going to have to seal up. So we're going to do that simply. You can start this way. Just give it kind of a crease. We are all done with this. So let's put that up, and let me put up my glue, because I don't think I need this anymore. If I do, we'll open it back up again. So I need some 1/4 inch tear tape. Yes, I'm doing this part before I put all my shaker bit goodies in the card. I'm running this along the edge on the outside of the envelope where my DSP is. I'm going to use my finger. We can get rid of that now. Make sure that's in there. I'm going to take this off. really want to make sure this is all the way in the corner and in the back. Now I'm going to start in the center and then carefully just fold that over, because remember, this is an envelope. So now that we got that secured, and this is secure in here, we're going to put our goodies. So I have some of these sequins. These are like opalescent sequins. I'm going to give a good pinch in here. We're going to put lots of goodies in this card. So there's a nice pinch of that size. We're going to go with a little bit more. You get a pinch to grow an inch, right? There's a nice pinch of those. Now I have some of this chunky glitter. I actually got this at a thrift store for like $1. I'm going to put in some of this. I don't think I'm going to put the glitter in, but I have some of these, which have these nice big little balls. Also little flowers that could be snowflakes if we wanted. So let's add some of those in there. No glitter this time. So, oh, we had these last year, snowflake sequins. Let's add some of those. A little pinch of this, a little pinch of that. And now we're ready. Except for that. Okay. So now we're going to seal this up. And once again, I'm going to add some more tear tape. Now I'm adding it right on top of the envelope, right at the edge. And some people may think you don't need it. It's just my preference. It's going to help hold that over. And that's all there is of that. That was from a paper pumpkin. Looks like it didn't go all the way, so I'm going to have to open some more. Let's see. Score tape. I really do like the 1/8 of an inch score tape. It is my preferred size. All right. I thought there would be enough of the other, but there isn't. There we go. Use a bone folder, your nail. The cap to your snips will work. I've used that before. We're going to pull these off. Make sure it's all down in there. Now take that little bit of our envelope off, and we're going to fold this as tight as we can. As tight as we can over. And then right there too, because we don't want anything coming out of there. So now, oh, look at that. Okay. Now we have our ribbon. We're going to add our ribbon just like I did on here. I am just adding it around the outside. So just going to go like right here and there. And I'm going to use tear tape for this, not Scotch tape. Where's my tear tape? I kind of want the chunkier bit. This is left over. Let's see what we can get. So I'm going to put a good bit. Oh, sometimes tear tape does not want to tear. Let's see. We're going up about 1 inch from the bottom. So there's one. There's two. I'm going to do that a little better. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now this, I'm not going to go on that one. It's going to go onto our card base. And how are we going to do that? Tear tape, everybody. I don't think it needs any dimensionals as there is so much. let's use up the rest. Oh, there is hardly anything left of that. So we're going to add this bit right there. And I don't have any 1/4 inch tear tape out and about. So we're going to have to just do with this 1/8 of an inch. We're going to double it up. I'm going to add a piece over here. And I want, just because it's me, I'm going to go a little excessive here just because I wish I would have thought when I pulled out that one to get the 1/4 inch. I didn't rub this one down. All right, so here we go. Now this piece is going to go along this edge that we folded. And along this edge here, because we want to make sure it stays on our card base. Some here. If I was using the 1/4 inch, I would have gone just all the way around the outsides and then some in the middle. But now I'm going to do a section here. A little bit there and a little bit right there just because I can. Yes, maybe a little excessive, but oh well. So make sure you rub it down. Does this make a difference? I'm telling you it does. So we're gonna get all of these removed. Makes it easier to remove it. It doesn't start popping up like it did. You saw it in that corner. And this one I got a little over the edge, so I'm just going to have to do a little folding over on itself. So now this is going to go on my card. So my card's opening. I'm putting the fold here, hits here, and then I'm just going to kiss them together. And that is a easy shake a card. Just a lot of tear tape, guys. So now let's bring in our elements of decoration. So I thought this would be great in the corner. And how am I going to do all this? I'm going to use tear tape. You can use glue dots, but I want to guarantee that this is not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to put, I could have done this earlier, I'm sorry. In one all the way up like so. Gonna need more of that in a minute. So these, like I said, I just fussy cut them out. They're gonna make a great addition to the card in this wintry scene we have going on. By the way, I had to get a new dishwasher. Got a great dishwasher, great deal on it. But when we got in there, we found out it had been leaking. It's ruined one of my kitchen cabinets, which now I have to replace that, which the countertop is sagging, so we have to replace the countertop. I'm telling you, remodels just never, ever end. So these were just edge bits of a piece I used. This one is going to go up here in this corner. And again, we're going to use the tear tape. Let's go ahead and get a little bit on this one. Do take the time to rub over the backings so that they peel off well. Because when you skip that step, it does sometimes you start to pull up your tape and not just the backing. All right, so this one's going up in this corner. Do you see how pretty that's coming together? This little bit now, where was I going to put this? I wonder. I think we'll put it up at the top. Wasn't really sure where. I know I just cut it. All right, so we have, I guess I could do here. No, I want it right in the little corner. You'd be surprised what you can get of it. So we have our gorgeous bow. Oh, so pretty, which we could, I guess, go. Just like that. That's it. So to get this to pinch together, I have a trick. I'm going to use a larger glue dot. I'm going to lift this up a bit, stick it where I want it. Okay. And then I'm going to pinch those together. So it looks like this now is actually tied onto there, but it's really not. It's a great little trick. So I want tear tape. I'm going to cut a piece this time. And I want my bow in an angle, so I'm going to go like so. All those little great little shaker bits in this card. And now that bit is going to really secure my bow here. Now I do need to adjust my tail so it's not hanging off the card. But there we go. Oh, I just love it. Now these little bits, these are what I'm giving away. I have 5. I have 5 sets of 6 of these snowflakes and these snowflakes, and then some Christmas baker's twine. It's really great and thick. Great for gift tags on presents, or actually wrapping presents. And I think I have what? Oh, yeah, 2 lengths. One is 13 and one is 26. And the reason being is when I stretch it from here to here, that's roughly 13 inches. So I'm going to be giving those away. And how do you win, I wonder? Well, all you have to do is like, share, or comment on this card. I think I'm going to put it right there. And you could have done this in silver embossing, but that would have just added another step I didn't want to do on camera, but it would be pretty. But look at all those great shaker bits, guys. Beautiful, beautiful card. This needs, why is that not, I didn't put anything there. So we're going to fix it. Glue dot to the rescue right there. So that's, oh, we forgot our inside. We're not done. And then we're going to move on to the other one. And the other one is going to be more traditional Christmas colors. Red, green, and the like. So squiggle X, dot, dot, dot for the inside. Really great card. I just love my Christmas cards this year. I am so thrilled. I need to buy a whole bunch more of these envelopes to do this. So this was the card you didn't get to see created. That would have been card number 1. This is number 2. Now we're going to move on to number 3. And number 3, I used the Merry Christmas from the Retired Peaceful Deer. And I did prep work on this one, so this one will not take us so long. Same measurements. Oh, yes, same measurements. Okay, we're going, and I have my red card base. Look, I already have it done. I stamped the little pine boughs in garden green. I used a strip of DSP, 1/4 inch strip that was left over that normally you would scratch, put it in the recycle bin. I used it along the side, stamped, "May the season of sparkle bring joy and delight" in real red. our card base. This is what I did with the envelope for this one. I got a little bit of red there, but I just stamped a little bit of detail, winter wishes in the center. So I did try to get this one to be done a little different. Now for this element for the front, this is a 1-inch strip of real red by 3 3/4, okay? And this is a 1/4-inch strip of garden green by 3 3/4. I put that on the bottom. This little Merry Christmas, guys, you're gonna laugh. I'm giving these away too. I have one for each little baggie. These were from a kit from Stampin' Up. These were in the languages that I won't be using, so why not pop them over to this side and use them? So those are going to go in the little bags, and I'm going to show you that when we're all done here. So let's get this card made. So we already have 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 garden green. DSP is 4 by 5 1/4. This piece now is going to get glued straight. Oh, you know what? We're going to do this one different. Let's get our shaker bits done. So this is going into our envelope. We're going to put that on the outside of the card this time, just so we can change it up. So there we have it. We're going to put it. This is a different measurement, everybody. Let's see. This is 4. Let me measure. No, this is 4 by, okay. So this garden green is 4 by 5 1/4. This piece here then is 3 3/4 by 5. It's just going to give us a little bit more in our envelope to fold over. And when we put it on our card, you're going to see that real red. That's right. So let's get this. Where's my score tape? I want to make sure that's well up as far as it's going to go in the corner. I'm going to add my score tape, the outside of the envelope. Okay, I'm going to move that right there because I'm going to need it. Peel this off. I like to do this before I put the goodies in it because I don't want things slipping in around this back. Pull it nice and tight. Fold it over. Okay, so now it's ready for our goodies. So we're going to add some of the same things. I'm not going to change up some sequins, some of these. Oh, I mean, that's that chunky glitter. Some of those. And you know what, for this one, yeah, no, I want to add it. I want them all to be the same. I'm like, do I need to put all that stuff in there? Yes, I do. Give me a pinch of these. That one apparently wants to join the party. A little bit of these. Don't ask me, guys. I've had these for so long. I have a box, a little photo box full of little packages of sequins. And a little bit of these. We want these to sparkle and shine. All right, put those aside. I'll pick those up after the video's done. Now we're going to go from here to here with score tape because I want to make sure it's well and sealed up. So it also helps to hold that little bit of a flap from us folding the edge over. Now we're going to pull our envelope bit off and seal all of those goodies inside. Now this one is going to have that little bit over there, so I'm just going to snip that right off. Hopefully. There we go. So now we need to tear tape it again. Now if I had 1/4 inch, this would go a lot faster, but I don't. So I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to do the top. This is how I do it if I have the 1/4 inch. Turn it this way. Now here I'm going to double up because I have this, see this here, where my fingernail's underneath there? I'm going to go along the edge because I don't want that doing that. That's what I mean by doubling it up. And then I'm going to do a piece in the, along there. So let's remove all of these after we go over each and every one of them. Then we're going to peel them all off. And stick it to our real red card base. Our card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So this, now you are going to see that little hint of real red all the way around this. That's what I mean, more traditional Christmas colors. Let me get rid of those. Now this piece. This is where I said it's going to be different. I should have stamped on there. Now I got to figure out. Oh no, I got Merry Christmas. I don't need to stamp. Sometimes I panic. So panicking for nothing here. So let's add our tear tape because it is sticking to the plastic clear envelope. So I'm going to go round. Yes, tear tape is my friend today for these cards. Thank you, tear tape. Mr. Frog's like, if you put tear tape in me, I could be of use, but Mr. Frog, you're meant for Scotch tape only. So there's that. I'm going to add a bit here just to make sure it's secure. And I do want to add a few more bits. So here, here. I want to add some there. I want to add some there, and this little bit I can add right there. So let's go over all of those. Then we'll remove them all. All the backing's got to come off. Tear tape. So I really hope you guys like these. And I do appreciate you staying with me for this video till the end. And I'm going to show you my 5 little goodie bags. And I already have the envelopes with my address on them. And everyone who comments, likes, shares any of those combinations, I'm going to put your name down, have the drawing, and pick 5 winners with the dice. I just start, the first comment is number 1. I just do it, that's simple enough for me. I just want to make sure it covers my DSP. Oh, love it. So this is going to be Merry Christmas like so. This can get glued down. Yeah, I probably should have glued it down before I stuck it on there, but that's okay. So this one we're going to use glue. And where's my bow? Ooh! I forgot I had little bits in here I was going to use on this one. So let's do that. All right. Oh, no, let's do this and then we'll tuck it down in there. So here's my little element of Merry Christmas, right? And this is the baker's twine. This is really thick stuff. It's like 3 of them tied together. These were extra bits I had left over from other projects I thought we would use on here. So where's my vellum? This is what's going to start it, and I'm going to have to tuck it. Oh yes, that will work. Okay, so we're going to build off of this. So we need It'd be nice if it came with it, right? One. Let's do one there. Oh, there it is. We'll do another one right here and take this one off for good measure. We're just going to build up a little cute bit of goodies to put on our card. So this is right there. That little pop of blue. It's going to get tucked in there. We're going to get that tail off of it just a little bit. I think we're going to add this up. Oh, yes. Add that to the back of it. So some more glue dots. Let's see, one there. 2 should do it. We want it just a bit taller. Then we can add these little bits of green holly. I know they're meant to be holly, but we're just going to add them as little, yes, like so. Like so. Oh, I do like that. That's perfect. So let's now glue dots to the rescue, right? I'm going to add one there. Told you traditional Christmas colors is what I was going for with this one. I know the blue may not be, but for some, you know, we have blue twinkle lights on my tree. I am very much a traditional Christmas colors in my decoration for Christmas. I love Santa Claus, guys. Oh, and they have that Santa stamp set in the catalog. Oh my gosh, it was like, you know, it was hard for me to decide what I was going to choose. But the snowflakes really went with the paper, and I just couldn't afford to get it all. But oh man, but I love those Santas. Oh, they're so gorgeous. So, let's see. Where did I say this was going? Oh, most definitely. But this little bit here, we're going to take this off and that off, and now we're going to use tear tape. We're going to put a line of it straight down, and that should be it. And then our nice big fat, because this is going to cost us, this card will cost no matter what, so we might as well add that bit of baker's twine that I think is going to tie all the colors together. So, oh, did you not stick to where you were supposed to? Maybe I didn't have it in there. So right like so. And our bow, isn't that darling? Very traditional. This is very much my Christmas colors. So we need a large glue dot for this bow. And then we need a few extra little elements. So what do I have? Do we do snowflakes, the white? Or do I do red embellishments? Let's see. What do I have? What do I have? I know I have a little bits. I just used them on the other card I did. Of course, they're probably going to be at the bottom, right? There they are, the very bottom. Of course. So we're going to add these sparkly bits. So we'll add, I want to add 2 here. And I'm going to do these big, fat, chunky ones for all 3. And then we could add, I'm not sure where the other one needs to go, guys. Right there. That's it. Okay, so those are our cards. You see the inside. Where's my envelope for this one? Went disappearing. Where is the envelope? Oh, you guys, there it is. Okay. So there's that one. There's with this one. These are the ones that we made on this video. This is the one you guys did not get to see, but let me share with you. Like I said, I have 5 of these sets I'm giving away. I have them in little baggies. I had to grab them. So I have all of these. The envelopes will come in, and these little bits are going to go in those. But what does it consist of? It consists of, like I said, like 26 inches of this, and then another 13, just in case you might need a little bit more. And then 6 of each of these. And you know what? I think I'm going to cut some of this and put in there too. And of course, the little bit. So if you're interested, like, share, comment, and your name will go on there. Like I said, I'm going to have 5 little baggies sitting ready, and I will do the drawing. This will air on the 16th. I will do the drawing on the 31st. I need to make a note of that. Let me do that real quick. Put it on this one. Roll the dice for a name. So draw. That doesn't work on there. I think my pen. Draw name on the 31st. I don't do that on camera. I have some dice because I have several. I have like 4 or 5 in here. Depending on how many names, I just start the first person who comments is number 1, corresponds to the dice. I roll the dice. That's how I pick them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to know what you think of it. Sorry that it's so long, but there was a lot to show you, and I hope you guys try it. I really do. And I would love to know if you do and how yours came out. So thank you all for watching, and thank you for letting me share my love of paper crafting with you. Bye-bye for now, and come back and visit me in my wonderland.